What's up? Welcome to another episode of the Game Changer Podcast. I'm your host, Mal Socrates. I'm here with my co-host, Boss Man Jay, Known G, and Nick Man from Nick Man TV. What up, fellas?
Going on.
What up?
Man, so
What it
we
do?
got
What
we
it
got
do?
some we got some exciting stuff to talk about today, man. So I'm gonna go ahead on so we can get right into it and pass it to my boy, Boss Man Jay, so he can bring it up.
Well, everyone has heard about RG3 and what's her name? The
Angel
girl,
Reese.
basketball player, Angel Reese. Yeah, everybody heard about this. RG Reese, RG3 was straight bogus for putting. He didn't make the post. I mean, he didn't make the meme, but somebody made a meme from a small account, and he shared it to his big account. So that's what people was having a problem with. It's not the fact that like he tried to in his comment he was talking about how racism has to stop and this and that. He was standing against it, so to speak. But bro, you didn't even have to share that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was like a somewhat underhanded what he was saying because the message didn't fit the meaning that he shared.
It definitely didn't, and I'm gonna read it for you. I'm gonna read it to you real quick. Uh, well, you can see it on the screen. I can't read it from there. But he says this has to stop. There's no place in for racism in the world, whether you like a player or not. Angel Reese should never be called or depicted as a monkey. Okay, yes, you're right. You are correct. She shouldn't be. But, bruh, you the one sharing it. Nobody would have saw this if it wasn't
Nobody
for
would have
you.
saw it. Exactly.
So,
So cut the cap. Uh, This is
Angel
this
Reese,
is this is his way of throwing his little slick shot, Uncle Tom.
definitely, definitely, and he been getting a lot of pushback, a lot of flack for his takes on other things. This ain't his first time going viral. No, you already know. We talked about the whole Ryan Clark thing and how RG3 tries to play the victim, and always some kind of way this man is gonna bring up the fact that he is married to a white woman. It's crazy. It's something with
Every
him, bro.
time. He
He
he gonna
has
he gonna make
something.
sure her look weird, looking tail sitting in somewhere in the background. So my thing is this, man. In order to get rid of people like him, stop listening to him. Stop sharing his videos. Stop going to give him his views and stuff. Just cancel him. Y'all cancel. Y'all try to cancel Pete Diddy. Cancel him.
Mm.
Don't
Yeah, I
give him
I
no
mean,
mean,
play.
and and
yeah.
and, and Shaq, being the big brother of Angel Reese, president of Reebok, has signed her to her own signature shoe deal and all that. The CEO coming to her defense and told RG3, I'm gonna punch you in your effing face." So it's getting a little heated. RG3, I can't say you don't deserve it, but go ahead now.
Yeah, I mean, ever since RG3 basically got into the media, he's basically come off as what you would call as an Uncle Tom. I mean, that's the energy that you get from him. Uh, he's allowed to feel the way he wants to feel, but uh, it just comes off as corny. And to me, I don't think his peers really respect him that are in the sportscasting world, and I don't think really he had a lot of respect from people in the locker room when he was playing football. I mean, that's my opinion, but he just comes off as someone that he wants acceptance from a certain group, and sometimes when you're doing that, you come off as corny, and that's pretty much what he's been doing with the Andrew Reese situation. Because Andrew Reese and Caitlin Clark basically, the WNBA being promoted with them, clashing, going back and forth, and the
And
whole
they
black
bringing
and
the
white,
views.
yeah, bringing the views, and then the black and white dynamic that was used with them too, and everything. He kind of fell. He's trying to fall into that black and white dynamic when really nobody was really, that was played there for a little bit, but people have kind
Check
of
it
moved on
out,
from
bro.
that. Yeah, we people people
No,
people have
nobody
moved on
checking
from
for him.
that.
So he putting himself in the mix He putting himself in the mix
Right.
so he can be
For
relevant again.
controversy.
Because
Right.
your football career was trash. So now you mad at this girl because she's accomplished more in a few years that she's been in the league than you have your entire football career. Get on somewhere, clown.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I will say he does a lot of trolling. I don't know where he gets that from. That part is that part of his personality, but this guy does a lot of trolling. We know the picture that went viral when he was eating the croissant with his wife, and they had to eat it from the end like that. You see it on your screen.
Looking
Like,
like you about to put a man.
come on, bro.
Yeah,
That boy
man.
You
gonna
Hold
you
up. Hold on. Hold up, baby.
yeah.
Doing too much.
Did it, Junior.
Doing too much, man. Like you said, trolling, just doing too much. He's been known to be just corny on set. I know I've seen a couple times that he's been on NFL on doing with ESPN. I'm pretty sure that's what he was on ESPN for a little bit. He was
yeah.
Yeah.
talking.
Yep.
When he was talking NFL talk, and he'd just say certain things like, "Why did you say that? That did not need to be said," or just stuff that like
Didn't need to be said. Yep.
corny stuff that didn't need to be said, trying to get a laugh out of the cast or thinking the viewers would like that, but then nobody liked that. And like I said, his whole energy is to try to get acceptance from a certain
Speaking
group.
of man, RG3, tweet another monkey post about my girl Angel Reese. I'm punching your face. Guys, leave my Angel Reese alone. I'm the one calling her and telling her not to respond. And stop it. That's the last time. Okay? Thank you.
And I don't think a lot of people want to deal with him. And
Hmm.
Shaq even said, Shaq said, "You're not. I mean, you're gonna be just be known for your podcast. You're not gonna be known for nothing else. When you
All
had
the
a good,
foolery.
yeah, because you out here doing stuff that is basically taken away from you had a great college career and you did make it to the NFL, but you're not you just looking you're not looking presentable out here with the way that you're hating on a female athlete, you know."
And since ESPN and got rid of him, man, he trying to get that podcast and start making that type of money for him. But the way you going about it, bro, that ain't gonna happen.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. I
but
mean,
when RG3 jumps on to the hate train or to the angry train and now follows along with what we saw from Keith Olbermann, what we saw from Dave Portnoy as they poured on to Angel Reese to make her the villain in Caitlin Clark's heroic or hero story. The one thing we know about RG3 is he's not having conversations at his home about what black women have to endure in this country, about what young black women and athletes like Angel Reese have had to deal with being on. When I worked with RG3, he would make all of these sort of corny jokes about milk and how much he loved it and how important it was. And he always points out on social media the color of his wife's skin, as if the color of her skin is what makes her special, as if the color of her skin is what makes her a good wife. I've met the lady, I've had a conversation with her.
Right.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
then
Shit.
they fucking made
And
him
then it
go and
sounds too.
apologize for that.
It
Yeah.
seems like RG3 in a lot of situations is being anti-black. Like whatever it is, it's just anti-black. You know.
Because he
So.
wants to respect. He seems like he wants to respect from a certain group,
Hmm.
and and he wants that certain group to bring him in with open arms. I mean, let's just be real. He wanted to be Samuel L. Jackson when Django come to the door.
Hmm.
When Django come up onto the plantation, he's Samuel L. Jackson. That's RG3, man.
Who
You know
that
what I
So
that
I
mean?
man
want.
on that man?
So I
What he
want to. I
do?
want to ask. I want to ask specifically, what did the panel think about the threat from Shaq? Like? Tell me your
All
reaction
right,
to that.
so to me, for Shaq to be in the position that he has way more to lose than RG3. I think that threat was on point but distasteful
Yes, I'm
for a
with you.
man of his caliber.
Yeah.
Hmm.
It needed to be
Yep.
said, but not by him.
I agree.
But you got one thing you got to know about Shaq. Just like he says, he got G4 classification. What he say? Got G4 classification, so he able
Shit.
to
he
do
might be able
something. Yeah,
he
he
might be
probably
able to
will. You're
get
right.
he might be able to get away with that assault, and
Hmm.
it ain't nothing going to
Hey, if NBA
happen.
young boy getting away with all this stuff, man, hey, Shaq definitely getting off for assault. Hey, that's nothing. For real. But
But
Angel Reese, another thing I wanted to ask, the panel, Angel Reese, we talked about her game in the past, you know what I'm saying? But where is all the hate coming from for this young lady? Do you feel like that's warranted at all? Like, why is everybody like
Nah.
the racism? It's like, man,
Yeah,
well,
yeah. She don't deserve
Yeah,
none of
yeah,
that
that was
fight she
crazy.
getting, bro.
I mean,
They
it
they
started with
judged her off of one thing. They judged her off of one thing, and that was that hand gesture to Caitlyn in the championship game.
In
That
college,
that and
back
she's
in
been
college.
judged off that her entire career since then.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like get to know the young lady,
Couple,
and then
couple
and
before
then they
that, couple before that, they were liking her.
yeah, and now you can't say her basketball game is trash. 'Cause she man, listen, she been doing her thing this year.
Mhm.
definitely have. But
Yeah.
you get all of these men who didn't watch the sport before, because we talked about this too. 2 years ago, a lot of you guys was not watching WNBA. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
why
saying?
not?
Like, let's be real. And I was the one of them that was saying that these girls really hooping, bro. It's getting better and better. You know what I'm saying? So at this point now, it's so much
It
attention
took you
on
a
it.
while to convince her.
It's so much attention on it now that you got all these racists flooding into the sport. These racist white men flooding into the sport, and of course, what else you gonna say? Because that's one thing about the NBA you don't really hear a lot about is the racism because we're for their entertainment. Let's primarily black league, entertaining mostly white audience, right?
True,
So are we?
true.
But with the
That's
females,
why
it
you
feels
said
like
all.
it's
Why you
different.
said
It feels like
yeah.
it's different with the females though, Nick, because now I don't think we ever saw monkey memes of Jordan or what I'm saying, or
For
Steph
real.
Curry. So it's like
True.
all the racists are piling on to this young lady. Go ahead, Nick.
But like you were saying, seems like all the like you saying, we know the black man dominate the NBA. And like you saying, like it seemed like the white men they moving over to the WNBA because they trying to support Caitlyn. You know what I'm saying? Coming out with these memes like this, like you said, don't nobody do no memes like when you do these covers like this.
And then, but where did that hate come from? So if Caitlyn had been on that cover of 2K, what would they have to
Oh,
put?
you wouldn't have
A
seen that.
devil horns?
Nothing. No, nobody would have
Ain't
probably
that
never
what they
did
No,
that.
call the blue-eyed
the,
devils?
but the question would be: would black men go out of their way to disrespect Caitlyn because
No,
she's
Hell
white?
no,
no, man.
Hell no.
definitely not. Wouldn't even
Well,
care. Wouldn't even thought about nothing racist,
right.
bro.
We're not worried about that. You know what I mean? As a
For real though.
collective, as a
You
collective,
if you
we
could
not we
hoop, you
don't
can
worry
hoop.
about stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But
But we wouldn't even thought of no
Mhm.
racist shit to do.
no,
I
not at
want to see
all.
y'all rivalry. Keep on playing y'all rivalry. They were
Right.
gonna beam the WNBA up. These two girls right here.
Mhm. And the
And of
WNBA
course,
know that. The NBA
of
knows
course,
that.
we weren't around. We weren't around when Larry Bird and Magic was going at it, and it was the black guy against the white guy. You know what I'm saying? Of course,
Yeah.
But it wasn't a racial
Magic.
thing though.
No, hold on, wait a minute. Magic and the Lakers always talk about it. Well, they have talked about in interviews how Boston was so racist. Boston was a racist city, right? But
Yeah.
we didn't see it outwardly outside of Boston or outside of, what I'm saying, on the TV. We didn't really see that much. I guess back
True.
then we didn't have the internet and we didn't have front row seats to everything like we do now. But now any kind of rivalry like that, it goes straight to racism. Like, you know what I'm saying? We can't even enjoy the damn sport.
Society always got to make it a black and white thing.
Yeah, but then again, we all got to realize that this is bigger than just the people because yes, the racists are obviously in society, but this is a dynamic that the corporations of the NBA, the NFL, the colleges, they play off of that. They're playing off of that for money
Yeah.
because
Facts.
they know that the money is going to get generated. So it takes us as the people that understand it. We gotta leave people with their prejudices and their ignorant minds to the side, and the people that actually understand it know it's just about generating money. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Because
Mhm.
let's be real, Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese, to them it's WWF, WWE when they get up in there. They doing their thing on the
Yeah.
court, whatever.
For
But
real though.
when they go to the locker room and it's time to they cashing checks. Both them ladies is cashing checks
Exactly.
on the court and off the court. Big
Because
money.
I want to bring up an NBA example because and that's a great point you just brought up. No, I want to bring up an NBA example of Jeremy Lin. He was the
Oh
first
yeah.
Asian big player. You remember how much money they made off it in New York City? You remember that? Do you
Now
remember
New
that
York didn't
buzz?
pay
Hmm.
him.
Yeah.
New York didn't pay him.
Lynn
No, they
Atlanta
didn't
said it.
pay
paid him.
him. No, 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 no,
Lynn
no. I'm
said it.
talking about what Noam said. What Noam said about generating the income. It was
Mhm.
so much money generated in Madison Square Garden at during that time, during that little
Yeah,
insanity
insanity.
period.
Insanity.
They were
Because
showing
Mhm.
up.
America,
They were showing
America
up
does feed
celebrities and
into that.
business people.
America definitely does feed into that race narrative.
That
Not saying that it was
story.
racism, but
Yeah.
yeah, the story, the
Yeah.
the opposition, like it
Mhm.
is a thing, and it does generate
Yeah.
money.
Yep. Yep. Because they
It
brought
does.
out. I
Yeah.
mean, you got to
Cause like
think
you
they brought the whole Asian community out to support. So no matter where he was
hmm
going, New York, any city he was going, the Asian community picked up on that, and they were going to the games. You know, they
Yep.
were going out there
Yeah.
supporting them,
But
couldn't wait for him to get off the bench and get in the game.
Houston,
You
yeah.
know, so it did do something, and it probably did a lot for the Asian culture, for the people that play over in Asia and China and Japan to get behind it and come over and try to
Yeah.
hopefully get into the league one
It
day.
did.
Sure. The
Inspired like
same way, the same way Yao Ming did.
Cause first they
Because
just
Yao
saw
Ming was
Yao.
before.
Yeah. Cause first they just saw Yao, but he was the tallest version of the NBA player. But once they saw
Mhm,
on Lynn Sanity, somebody know how to cross over, handle the ball. Oh yeah,
mhm,
it's
More
possible now.
of he was
You know what I'm
mhm,
saying?
yeah, he was
He
more of the
gave he
regular
gave
person size.
he gave
mhm,
them hope.
Yup.
He gave
True.
them hope. He made
Yeah.
them feel like there was a chance for them. There was a place for them in the league.
mhm. Yeah, the Rockets or the Bulls. The Bulls got
Already.
an Asian point guard in this summer league right now. I forget his name, but he be dropping some dimes off. I was watching him the other night. Not to get
Oh,
too
that's what's
far
up.
off subject, but
Already.
yeah, but yeah.
Let's see.
Uh, the whole situation, to get back on subject though, man, with Angel Reese and RG3, uh, we just need to support. I feel like us as black men, we need to support black women that are in the sport because they already got we us as a people already have a lot that we got to go through with just being in society, let alone being in a sports world. And
Hmm.
Buddy, because he has a complex, is a hater on his own people, and
Hmm.
we don't need a spotlight. Like Papa said, we need to stop watching people that are not uplifting us to take us to the next level, because we're the only group of people who do this type of stuff. You know what I mean? In the way that we do it, and it's
Yeah.
sad in a lot of ways, because the thing is, RG3 is a successful person. He's not somebody. He's somebody that's in those same rooms.
Hmm.
Allow Angel Reese to actually do something, to be like, okay, allow the criticism to be warranted. But what you are trying to do is just trying to drum up some stuff so you can get some energy and build your brand up and the brand you want, so you can connect with the people you truly want to connect with, so you can make a dollar. But
I'm
what I mean, we shouldn't allow that man to do that. And that's why Shaq snapped on him and all of that, because he knows, you ain't about to come over here and do this lame stuff to try to
to one of ours,
right, to try to
but yeah,
level up your corny brand. No, we ain't about to do that.
So you can
yeah.
spend it with that white woman.
Right. It's like, come
Hey,
on,
and
He
it's
fam.
ain't
not
gotta
like
give you that
RG3.
bad.
It's not like RG3 is not talented. He was a good little sportscaster. He brought, some insight to the game. He played
Hmm.
quarterback, so it's
For
like,
one
you
year.
know, I mean, but he Heisman Trophy winner. Like we can't take that away from him. But it's the antics after all of that. You know what I'm saying? You
Yeah,
know, what I see happening with RG3 is the same thing that happened with Skip Bayless, bro. Yeah, it worked for a while until it didn't, and nobody wants to hear anything from you. Like nobody
yeah.
cares.
He just killing everything that he accomplished in football. He's taken away from it. So nothing you've done in football is gonna ever matter now. Everything that you're doing now is what's gonna matter throughout the rest of your life.
Yeah, doing too much tap dancing, man. It's like, okay,
I
you have
mean,
your opinions and the
he
way
didn't
that you
really have
feel
a.
about things, but to be realistic about it, you're doing too much tap dancing, my guy. You tap dancing. You doing too much tap
You're
dancing,
doing too
man.
much shucking and jiving.
You know what I mean? It's not beneficial. It's
He
not
got a college
beneficial to your
career.
program.
He ain't really got that NFL career though. He got a college career.
Yeah, this
Yeah,
college
true.
career.
But
I mean, but is this a lane bashing black women? You know, is that the lane we looking at?
that's what it seems like.
Nah,
It seems like that's a line to get in. Hey, you get all the white folks on your side.
Yeah, I
Mm,
don't think I think the way he's going about it, there's obviously media out there that takes angles like that, but I just think him personally is how he feels personally and he's jumping on that wagon, but
Self
he's
hate.
he, yeah, and but the thing is, it's like where is he going with it? Where are you trying to brand yourself? Because that's not in today's world here with YouTube and everything. That's not the road you want to really go down. You don't want to be with those type of content creators, man. Those dudes lose sponsorships. Those dudes lose brand deals. Those dudes
right.
lose listeners. Like,
And it makes
Respect,
you wonder.
respect.
It, yeah, and it makes you wonder what did he do to lose his job at ESPN?
Oh, ESPN let
see,
go a lot of people. They let go a lot of them at the same time.
yeah, but once again, that lane that he's taken is a very controversial lane, and do you really want to be mixed up in that? I
Because you
mean,
always teetering on the edge,
when you
on
could
one
really
side or the
just be out
other.
here, when you really could just be out here talking about sports, bro. Why you
Man,
want to go controversial when you could just
maybe,
be talking
maybe,
about the actual games and the actual
maybe he's
the
trying to go the
skits.
way of Herschel Walker. Maybe.
Right. Like you're going to these way. I
he could
mean,
be
you
breaking
going
down
ways that
film
you don't really want to go that
and
way.
promote
But
stuff.
that's where he seems to want to have his light being shined at, I guess.
Yep, we'll leave it there on RG3 for the moment, man. Keep our eye on him. I'm quite sure we'll be talking about him later on in the near future because he always finds his way in the headlines. But Shaq gave him that warning. We'll see how
Found.
that turns out. Any last words? Any last comments? What y'all got to say? RG3, black men.
Yeah,
Y'all want to talk? Y'all want to talk to black
you
women, black
know
men? What?
you know what he gonna say. He gonna say NBA TV or wherever Shaq is. TNT. I know y'all not gonna. This is what y'all allow at y'all station. And people be threatening people. We
Play
finna
the
try to cost
victim.
Shaq some money now.
Mhm.
No, Shaq, big dog. Go ahead, no.
Yeah, man. I feel like I said what I needed to say, man, and we'll see where this goes. We'll see what RG3 stirs up here in the future because we already know it's not gonna stop. I'm pretty sure he's gonna have something lame as hell. He gonna come out with sooner or later.
Yeah, I just want to say, man. As a people, we do need to come to the defense of our people when stuff like this happen. We do need to, speak up on it. And I'm with both sides of it. We don't need to give attention to RG3. We need to just blast them. That's what I would say. We need to blast them because things like this, you're right, it don't have a place in sports, but it wouldn't have got this much traction if it wasn't for you, dude. You got a way larger following than the people who you shared this meme from. So I would just say, yeah, let's stay on their necks, man. When they do something like this, because every other ethnicity, they come to each other's aid. We got to do the same.
Mhm.
Anything, Nick? Nick on? Well, I guess that'll end it for another episode of the
No,
Game
no,
Changers
no, no.
podcast.
Ain't got nothing to say.
Already. But that'll end it for another episode of the Game Changers podcast. Y'all like, share, and subscribe. Get in the comments. Tell us what you want to talk about, and we'll address it. But until next
Yeah.
time, Game Changer
Choose
Podcast. We
lightly
out.
and get your backbone.